season come to a conclusion? We know it's been a long one on a lot of fronts, and what's your top priority for the off season?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I think every year, obviously, it's hard when the season ends. I mean, 30 teams lose out, and one team gets a chance to win the cup. So if you're not that one team, it really is tough. But I think we proved a lot of people wrong this year, and I think took some big steps forward as a team, especially dealing with some adversity in a tough season and tough schedule. And proud of the way we rebounded late in the season with a pretty tough losing streak and a sort of a grim time in our season. We found a way to rebound from that and play some really good hockey. I think learned some lessons that we can keep with us here going into next season and build off of in the future. Looking at the off season, I think it's an opportunity for all of us to work hard. And, I think for me personally, there's a lot of motivation going into the off season to continue to work on my game and my fitness level. And, I'm proud of the improvement I made over the course of the season. And I think the game that I got to late in the year and certainly into the playoffs, was some of the best hockey I've played in my career. So I want to try to build off of that and, make that the template for myself going forward.
We'll go next to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press. Go ahead, Mike.
Thanks, Greg. Good morning, guys. Also for Josh. Josh, you've done these exit interviews with the coach and GM, quite a few of them now. How would you just sort of categorize, I guess, this year, the tone, the vibe of it? And I guess second part of that question, you talked about an important offseason. Is it nice to have sort of a more regular offseason now? It's going to be in the summer, when next season's starting, as opposed to what last year was like.
Yeah, I think the tone, is obviously, we want to keep taking steps forward. You can't be satisfied with making the playoffs or winning a round. It has to be, how can we improve and in all areas and, build off of our successes this year and what we've done well to, make it to the second round and, the final 8 teams. So I think, that's really the tone. I think as I've gotten a little bit older and, gone through a few more of these days, you want to win and you want to have the opportunity to do that. And so I think that's really what the focus is. And as far as the off season, yeah, I think it's nice, of course, to have more of a regular timeline than last year. Just the waiting and trying to figure out, how to sort of schedule your training and schedule your skating. It was hard for a lot of guys and, to get ice and, be in sort of a environment to, the best environment you can to work on your game in the off season. So, yeah, hopefully this summer can provide more of a regular opportunity to do that.
We'll go next to Ted Wyman from the Winnipeg Sun. Go ahead, Ted.
Thank you. Logan, how would you sum up your first year in the NHL, and do you think you opened some eyes?
Sorry, what was the last part there?
How do you sum up your first year in the NHL, and do you think you opened some eyes with your play?
Yeah, I thought, personally it was a successful year for me. I don't think a lot of people had me playing for the Winnipeg Jets this year, coming into camp. So it was my goal to make the team and play this year. So I achieved that. And I think I had, confidence in myself that I knew that I was going to be an NHL player. I just needed to stick with it and, keep working on my game and getting better. And, I thought I had a good off season last year and felt good coming into camp. So still lots of places to grow with my game. And I think I can take it to a whole nother level. So, was a good first year for me personally. Obviously, we would have liked to have a little better result in the playoffs, but I was happy with my season, and it was a good start.
We'll go next to Kelly Moore from 680 CGOB. Go ahead, Kelly.
Hey, this one is for Logan. Obviously, you're not going to want to take your foot off the gas, but how much differently will you be feeling from a confidence position, Logan, going into the training camp in the fall?
Yeah, I think confidence is huge going into camp. Knowing that I can play with these guys and just being comfortable, I think, with the guys in the room. They welcome me in, and there's a lot of great guys on this hockey team. So I think just being comfortable and with the guys, but not being comfortable in the position kind of thing. Like, I'm not satisfied with where I'm at right now. I want to get better, and I got a lot of improvements to make in my game. So I'm going to go and take a week off or so and get back on the ice and back in the gym and try to come into camp in even better shape and have a good year next year.
Go back to Kelly Moore from 680 CGOB for a follow-up. Go ahead, Kelly.
Thank you, Gregor. For Logan again. Logan, I know Mason Appleton mentioned this earlier in the year that it was such a big deal for him to get the confidence of the coaching staff, and also Paul's mentioned when he and Mason have talked, they've been in agreement about his game. So do you feel that you've made a big step forward in gaining the confidence of the coaching staff, and in your conversations, are you in agreement with Paul and Charlie on what you do well as well?
Yeah, I think this year they got to, know who I was as a player and as a person. And, they've both been great, guys to talk to. And I think, playing in some games this year and getting the confidence of them is huge going into next year, knowing what kind of player I am. And, next year I want to come back and take on more responsibility and demand more out of myself. So, my conversations with them were good. We're on the same page. So just going to go into the summer with confidence and just I got to keep getting better and improving my skating and things like that. So I think we're on the same page, and I'm excited for next season already.
Thanks very much, guys.